Good afternoon. We're gonna talk about the iPhone X. Please do not mistake this smile on my face for excitement about that particular device because, well, part of it's excitement about that device because it's been done before. Let me go over a few points. The keynote for the iPhone X starts off with, for more than a decade, we've wanted to make a phone with all screen. Why haven't you done it already? Because Samsung has. They say, developing form and display together, blah, blah, blah. You paid Samsung millions of dollars for their displays that they made. You did not develop shit. You paid Samsung to buy their screens from them, then stick them in your phones and be like, everybody, look what we've done. We're so special. No, they're taking credit for other people's ingenuity and engineering and manufacturing. It's one of the things that pisses me off so much about that company. Let's take a look at some similarities, shall we? Water resistant all glass design. I wonder who thought of that first. Oh, I know, it was these people. Wait, is this the right direction? Yeah, that's the right direction. Okay, I quote, most durable ever in a smartphone, talking about the glass display. How do we know that? Where's the proof? You did not tell us what kind of glass it is. You didn't say if it's Gorilla Glass 5 or Gorilla Glass 6 or a brand new generation of ion strength and blah, blah, blah. Insert multiple syllable pretty sounding adjective here. You just said it's the most durable ever on a smartphone. Yes. The iPhone X unlocks with face detection. Where have we seen that? Oh, yeah, the S8, that's right. And the S8 Plus and the Note 8 all have facial detection and iris scanning technology. Front and back portrait mode. As usual, they dressed up the presentation of this with a whole bunch of really pretty sounding words, but the reality is that Samsung has had that for years. It's called selective focus, where you can blur the background and focus on the foreground, kind of like what you see right here. Let's talk about price. The iPhone X only comes in one size and is $1,000 just for the 64 gigabyte version. You can get another phone with a 5.8 inch screen, iris scanning, 2K bezel-less AMOLED display, waterproof, has a headphone jack, expandable storage for $750. What? And it doesn't have a Apple logo on it. One of the things that pissed me off the most about their whole little presentation, keynote, whatever you want to call it, is they quoted, now I'm a big hockey fan. I don't really follow the NHL, but I played for about 5 years and I love the game. So this even hit home even more with me a little bit. They made a quote by Wayne Gretzky saying, skate where the puck is going to be, not where it's been. Guess what, Apple? Almost everything you just announced to the entire world is where the puck has been. You are not skating where the puck is going to be. You are flat out trying to pull wool over the general public's eyes and verbally lull them into believing your bullshit. Almost nothing that you just announced today is new. And you're straight up feeding people a line of bullcrap just to glorify your game of catch-up that you're playing with your competitors. That one really burned me. That pissed me. That bothered me a lot, man. I'm like, at least 2 times during their presentation, they said that the iPhone X was the future of smartphone. Excuse me, again, almost everything you just announced that was new for Apple is not new. You're calling a device whose majority of features came from several years back the future of smartphones? And the sad thing is, people believe you. Hello, oh, Kitty's stuck in the couch cover. Poor little thing. I'm sorry, I can't help you. You got yourself into that mess, baby doll. The new Apple Watch Series 3. It has cellular. We've had cellular since the Gear S in 2014. But you're marketing it to your customers as something that's new and fantastic and amazing. It's like you have to resort to using a whole crap load of fluff words just to spike people's emotions enough to make them think that what you're coming out with is actually revolutionary? Have you made little steps here and there, like the augmented reality thing? Yeah, that's cool. Do I know much about it? No. Did they talk much about it or about how it was done? Not really. Not from what I saw. Now, I could have missed it. But man, the main, like the core of your phone? Can't you guys see how hard Apple is trying to cover up the fact that they are so far behind basic functions that competitors have had on their phones for years, sometimes 4 years or more, they're just now coming up with? But you know what's gonna happen? Because now Apple employs the AMOLED display from Samsung, who made it themselves and actually innovated and developed that, people are going to praise Apple for their amazing display quality. When I say people, I mean the public as a whole, like the masses. Of course, there are going to be those who understand that those screens came from Samsung, but still, I'll leave you with this thought. Apple is a company that encourages people to think for themselves less and less and less. Because they step back and hide in the shadows and wait for all of their main competitors to stick their necks out and take risks and actually innovate, like Samsung, LG, Motorola, HTC, Nokia, whatever, and then wait until one of those companies' ideas actually takes off and is successful. Then swoop in, scoop that idea up, modify it a little bit, and then release it in one of their devices as their own and they get rewarded for it. That upsets me. When a corporation has to rely on utilizing the fear of social exclusion to succeed and stay ahead, are they really as innovative as they claim to be? Because let me tell you this, what's the color of the Android mascot? It's green. What's the color of real text messages that come through on your iPhone when you have iMessage enabled, or even if you don't? Green. The same shade of green, actually. They are actively differentiating those who are inside the closed source click of iMessage with the blue received message bubbles and the ones who are using actual text messages instead of the internet-based chatting platform that iMessage is. They're building a wall there. It's a subtle wall, but in the back of your head, when one of those green bubbles pops up, and with all of the features that regular text messaging does not have that iMessage does, it subliminally tells you, ooh, this person doesn't use Apple products. Ew. During my shift one day, there was literally a customer who said that they're not about that green life, talking about the green received message bubbles. So this subliminal labeling and ostracization of those who do not use Apple products, it's effective. I hate that it works. I do. I hate that it works. I'm sure that I'm just harping on things that either you've seen other people on YouTube talk about before, or you've just heard people talk about before, or you could actually agree with me. That would be cool too. This video definitely has a targeted audience, a very niche area of people who feel the same way as I do. If you don't, this entire thing is gonna piss you off or make you laugh, one of the two. But if you do, cheers. I'm tired of Apple walking through the trail that so many others have blazed before it, picking up the pieces, putting them back together in their version, and then marketing it as awesome. It'd be different if they actually gave Samsung credit. Using Samsung screens, we blah, 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 blah. But no, they act like they came up with everything. Because if they actually gave credit to all the people whose ideas they got inspired from, then that would make them look like they learned something from someone else instead of came up with it themselves. That is not the Apple way at all. You know what I think is funny? Is that everything that Apple is doing and that they've put into this new iPhone of theirs is in direct response to what Samsung has been pioneering. Think about that for a second. Apple may pitch themselves as the leaders in the industry and this and that and the other, but really, with all the new stuff that they've put into their phones the past few years, where did those ideas come from? Samsung's the ones calling the shots, bro. Had we not used the AMOLED screen first, had we not come out with the Note first, had we not come out with the S Pen first, had we not come out with the 12 megapixel dual pixel camera first, had we not come out with 2K resolution first, had we not popularized wireless charging first, had we not done a headphone jack enabled water-resistant device first. Who would have? Apple is in reaction mode, guys. And this new iPhone of theirs proves it beyond the shadow of a doubt. Stay beaming.